Imposter Syndrome. Think about all that you are, instead of all that you are not. By Tony Angelo. It was a raucous college party, with laughter and music filling the air. The room pulsed with energy as students danced, conversed, and reveled in the carefree atmosphere. Kareem, however, found himself outside of the merriment, his eyes darting around nervously, searching for something he had misplaced. Approaching Sally and Malcolm, two of his closest friends, Kareem's voice was laced with worry. "Hey, have you guys seen my notebook? I left it on the table." Sally shook her head, her voice rising in concern. "No, sorry, I haven't seen it. Did you check the other rooms?" Kareem's heart raced, and he could feel the weight of shame pressing down on him. "I looked everywhere. It's not just any notebook. It contains all my research for the competition next week." Malcolm frowned, his brows knitting together in understanding. "That's rough, man. But what's the big deal? Just rewrite it." Kareem's voice trembled with emotion. "No, you don't understand. I can't. I've been struggling with imposter syndrome, and this competition is my chance to prove myself. If I lose my notes, I'll have nothing left." Sally's eyes widened in realization. "Wait, imposter syndrome? I've felt that too. It's like we're constantly battling the sense of shame and unworthiness. But we can't let that define us." Determined to find his notebook, Kareem decided to intensify his search. Together, the trio combed through the party, moving from room to room. The thumping bass of the music seemed to mock Kareem's growing desperation. Suddenly, a blood-curdling scream pierced the air, sending chills down their spines. They rushed towards the source and found Kareem's notebook in the hands of a masked figure, laughing maniacally. Fear surged through Kareem's veins as he pleaded with the mysterious figure. "Give it back. Please, I need it." The masked figure hummed mockingly, toying with the notebook. "You can't handle the pressure, can you? You're not as smart as you want people to think." But the stakes were high, and a surge of power rose within Kareem. He couldn't let his imposter syndrome control him anymore. Without a second thought, he lunged forward, tackling the masked figure to the ground. With a few well-aimed punches, he retrieved his precious notebook. As the figure fled into the night, Sally and Malcolm rallied around Kareem, their laughter ringing out in relief. "You showed them, Kareem. You're stronger than you realize." Kareem took a deep breath, his heart still pounding with adrenaline. In that moment, he realized that his imposter syndrome didn't define him. He had proven his resilience and strength, not just to others, but to himself. No longer burdened by the weight of insecurity, Kareem found a newfound confidence that he could carry with him beyond the competition. In the days that followed, Kareem pored over his research, utilizing every ounce of determination and intelligence. He rewrote his notes, making them even more comprehensive than before. And on the day of the competition, he stood before the judges, his imposter syndrome fading into the background as he confidently presented his findings. To his surprise, he was met with enthusiastic applause, genuine recognition for his hard work, dedication, and ability. Kareem had not only overcome his imposter syndrome, but he had also triumphed over his own self-doubt, proving to himself and the world that he was more than capable. From that day forward, Kareem's experience with imposter syndrome became a source of inspiration for others. He shared his story, encouraging those who struggled with their own feelings of inadequacy to recognize their worth and potential. With his newfound confidence, Kareem not only excelled in his academic pursuits, but also became a mentor for others who grappled with similar doubts. While the raucous college party had initially been a setting of carefree celebration, it ultimately became the catalyst for Kareem's personal growth and triumph over imposter syndrome. And as time went on, Kareem continued to embrace his own strengths, inspiring others to do the same, proving that sometimes even the most challenging moments can lead to the most transformative ones.